What if I told you you guys can get a compact crossover SUV for the price of a subcompact sedan? Well, believe it, that's what we have right here. It's Roy Roberts with Zigwheels.Ph, and today we'll be looking at the Changan CS35 Plus. Thanks so much to Changan Philippines for sponsoring this video. Now, I've always loved the Changan CS35 Plus because of how it looks. Everything is so straightforward with these straight lines around here. Now, a lot of SUVs and crossovers in the market today seem to have all those bulbous, curvy looks. Not with the Changan CS35, it definitely has those boxy aesthetic that a lot of crossover SUV buyers are looking for, and I'm sure you guys are doing that too. Now, we've got this huge grille right here. We've got a Changan badge, and of course, a camera that works with a 360-degree camera system that we'll be looking at later on. You got this nice power bulge on top, hiding the fact that you've got a 1.4-liter turbocharged engine. That's right, in a car that's worth the cost of a subcompact sedan, you got a turbocharged crossover SUV, and that is definitely something. You got these nice LED DRLs right here, and you got your LED headlamps right here as well. More of those straight lines continue over to the side profile of the Changan CS35 Plus. I love the look of those 18-inch alloy wheels on the top of the line Luxe variant. You got 225/45 R18 tires, and look at these two-tone mag wheels. Those alloy wheels definitely give it a little bit more sportiness to the entire affair. You got these black plastic claddings here. The two-tone look really fits well with this red scheme. It's also available in white and gray, by the way, in case you are interested with getting different colors of the Changan CS35 Plus. You've got a roof rail on top, and I love this particular badging here on the side. Not a lot of cars or crossover SUVs have this particular feature, but you proudly bringing it to Changan with the Changan CS35 Plus, and you even show it right here on the C-pillar. Nice. You also get heightened ground clearance and four-wheel disc brakes, again for the price of a subcompact sedan. Heading over to the rear of the Changan CS35 Plus. My favorite part about the rear here is that you got real dual exhaust on each part. Definitely sporty. The light bar continues over to the rear section here and kind of mimics the design of the front DRLs, which is nice. You got a huge spoiler on top, shark's fin antenna, and yes, a power tailgate, making it easy to put all your stuff inside, and because of that low loading height, makes it a lot easier to put in heavier stuff as well. If you need even more space, you can fold those rear seats down in a 60/40 split configuration, and it folds fairly flat. You also have a spare tire underneath here, so it's got you covered in case things get a little hairy out there on the road. So overall, the exterior of the Changan CS35 Plus is really reminiscent of a lot of crossover SUVs of old, and again, you guys are looking for that kind of aesthetic, and the Changan is willing to deliver. Alright, so we're inside the Changan CS35 Plus, and I've always loved how black looks in the interior, and black makes things really beautiful. You also have a lack of piano black, which is a good thing for me. You do have this strip of brushed aluminum look right here in the middle of the dashboard, which is nice. Soft touch everywhere. The leather steering wheel is adjustable for both reach and brake, which is nice. The right side has your media controls, and your cruise control buttons are here as well. By the way, this thing has adaptive cruise control if you were wondering, but we'll be talking about that later in the drive. You got all your physical buttons right here situated below the dashboard, below the center of the dashboard, and then you've got a nice cubby hole as well as wireless charging to help you out. You also have a 7-speed dual clutch transmission here. It's nice and mechanical, none of that electronic buttons that's gonna get in your way, as well as an electronic parking button and automatic brake hold. So you got a nice touchscreen infotainment system right here with ways for you to actually connect your phone and integrate it with the smartphone integration system, which is nice. But my favorite part about this is that apart from having a 360-degree camera system, it also has a DVR. What's a DVR? DVR means digital video recorder. That's right. If you're thinking about getting a dash cam, forget about it. This thing has a 360 dash cam. That's right. So it records your drive, and if you need to save it and record it, you just hit the save, and it's going to keep it as a file. So you can go ahead and check it out and view it if you ever get into an accident or you want to remember that particular drive in any particular scene, which is nice. That screen, by the way, is very nice. It's not one of those cheap 360 systems. It has good resolution, good refresh rate, and even great at night as well. All right, so you got a nice digital display cluster right here, giving you all the information that you need, but most importantly, you can actually change the themes right here, and even has a tire pressure monitoring system. So you got leather seats right here, by the way. These are very sporty and very aggressively bolstered, I gotta say, but they're very nice. Plus the driver's seat is power operated for forward and back, but where it's most important, the tilt and the up and down are manual. And that's smart thinking. Plus, you got a huge panoramic sunroof on top, which is an absolute joy to behold. Now here in the second row seats, I'm actually quite surprised that you've got a lot of space to work with for your knees, your legs, even headroom. Despite the fact that you've got a panoramic sunroof, you still have a lot of headroom. And an AC vent right here as well to keep things. A USB port for charging your devices. 2 map pockets as well, the same kind of leather from the one in front, and the window goes all the way down, except for the tip right here, giving you a lot of air, a lot of light coming into the back. I like that. All right, so we're behind the wheel of the Changan CS35 Plus. It's been a while since I've last driven and reviewed this thing, and I've forgotten how much I absolutely loved it. Under the hood, you've got a 1.4-liter turbocharged gasoline engine that makes 160 horses and 260 Newton meters of torque. Power goes to the front wheels via a wet type 7-speed dual clutch transmission. And I gotta say, compared to the other crossover SUVs or even cars that have a dual clutch transmission, this one here is fairly smooth. Changan was able to tune it in a way to give it a little bit more comfort, and you can definitely feel it as you drive, especially in this kind of heavy traffic. Steering is fairly light, but it is weighted enough to not feel numb at all. I mean, you still got a couple of road feel. This is still, after all, a crossover SUV, but it's pretty responsive. And when it comes to putting the power down, I've always said that it doesn't matter how many horsepowers, how big the number you have on your brochures, your catalogs, but what matters is how you put that power down, and the Changan CS35 Plus certainly delivers. When it comes to suspension, you've got a standard setup, McPherson struts up front, and a torsion bar right there in the back, which is fine actually. For a small wheelbase crossover SUV, you really don't need all that independent suspension that we're talking about, but it does make sure that the car is planted as much as possible, especially during twisties and turns. But I absolutely love how it feels, especially out here in the city. Now when we're stuck in traffic right here, I want to take this opportunity to talk about the noise, vibration, harshness that I feel inside a CS35 Plus. And I gotta say, it's not bad at all. I mean, it still does a great job with keeping the outside world where it belongs, out that door. I mean, the noise is kept at a minimum inside, and because it's a 4-cylinder engine right there, not a 3-cylinder, you got a 4-cylinder, you reduce all the vibration while you're at idle. It doesn't feel like you've got a diesel engine there, so it's smooth and fast, just the way I like it. Now, a lot of you guys in the house might be asking, how's the fuel economy of the Changan CS35 Plus? Now, historically, Changan vehicles have always been quite fuel efficient, and when we got out here, you can actually check out the video that we posted before. 8 to 9 kilometers per liter in the city, easy, despite the fact that we're encountering some really heavy traffic. But once we get out on the highway, that's where everything opens up. 17 kilometers per liter on the highway is easy because of that engine made it to this 7-speed wet type dual clutch transmission. Safety features, I mean, it's got your standard safety features like your multiple airbags, traction control, you've got ABS with electronic brake force distribution, you know, these seat belts and ISOFIX anchors, but it's got some advanced driver assist systems as well. Most importantly, adaptive cruise control, you got forward collision detection mitigation system, tire pressure monitoring system, blind spot monitoring system. The list goes on and on. Everything that you're looking for in a crossover SUV, and a safe one at that, you can find it in the Changan CS35 Plus. Pricing for the Changan CS35 Plus starts at 1,109,000 pesos for the light variant. With the light variant, you won't get the power tailgate, you get a smaller gauge cluster, and you're really not missing out on a lot. Now, if you want to get the full fat version, the one that we're reviewing right now, with all the bells and whistles, the Luxe variant, this will only cost you 1,259,000 pesos. You get this big screen, the 360-degree camera with the 360 DVR, the power tailgate, the advanced driver assist systems, The list again goes on and on and on. This is such a great value. I mean, at that price point, 1,259,000 pesos might be the deal of the century because of all the features and all the power that you're getting out of this car. Personally speaking, this is definitely on my short list of cars that I personally would want to get. There you have it, folks. My look at the Changan CS35 Plus. There really isn't much to say about it because it really is a pretty straightforward crossover SUV. You get all those features, that power, great fuel economy for a really affordable price. So what else are you waiting for? Drop me a comment in the comment section down below. Head on over to Zigwheels.Ph website to get the best deals for the next Changan CS35 Plus. Thanks so much for watching. It's Roy Robles from Zigwheels.Ph. I will see you guys next time.